Good afternoon everyone. My name is Shankar. Today I will be presenting my best out of waste project. The water dispenser, which is both storage and dispenses water in areas where there are no taps. This is made out of old purified parts like from AquaGuard, and this might look complex, but the working of it is really easy. So as you can see, I have used the water pump from the water purifier, which is of 24 volts, and I've used the solenoid, which is also known as a valve. And this valve is used to control the water flow through either to the tap or the water storage tank. Now, you will be asking what's the use of this model. Now, in my home, I had a sink which had no tap due to the water blockage inside the pipes. The owner asked for a lot of amount, but I decided I took another idea. I had this old purifier left around from my old house, so I disassembled it, found a few working parts, and was able to put them together into this contraption right here. This is a one-way valve which allows water to go outside one way and prevents it from going inside, damaging the water pump. Now I should show you the working of this model. Now I have a switchboard here which controls both the valve and the motors. Now if I press this red lever, it turns on and off the solenoid. If I use this thing, it's used to turn on and off the pump. Now the pump is on. It might not be visible to you, but it's actually filling in water to inside the storage tank, and as you can see from the vibrating pipes, you know it's indeed working. Now I could show you the water dispensing out of this area, but if I did that, I would make a huge mess. The next thing is the diagram, the inspiration came from an old water dispenser I had at home, which used to look similar to this, but I realized I can make a better version out of it. I plan to make this automatic, even though it might take some time, like adding an Arduino that would make when you keep the hand there, automatically it dispenses for a few seconds until it stops. And another thing is an automatic storage filling option where the sensors here, as you can see in progress, this senses if whether the water is full or not in the tank, and based on that, it turns on and off the pump. Now I'm going to demonstrate to you how this full system works. The blue lines here is the inlet water, which can be coming to either your bucket here next to the project or to directly to your tap. This is a water pressure reading pump. It has a maximum pressure rating of 40 psi, and this is it goes into the pump and it comes out through this T shape. And it goes in here and it has T junction here, which either lets the water go out inside a tap or into the storage tank. This what you see here is actually a solenoid which controls the flow of water, whether the water should be avoided or passed through. This pipe connects to the water storage tank, which is, in this case it is of 5 liters. This can be of any size if you have another bigger tank at your home. Now I'm going to show you the close-up of how all of this stuff works. This pipe, as I mentioned before, is the inlet. As you can see, this inlet is being fed into the 1 liter water tank. And if you come closer, you can see this is the main control unit. You can known as a master power. This controls the motor and this controls the valves. And this here is the 5 liter container which dispenses the water into when the pump is turned on. And this sensor here senses whether the water is full or not. But as of now, that doesn't work yet. Now if you come here, you can see this is the solenoid which I was talking about, which controls the flow of water. Either if the solenoid is closed, the water can only move through here, and if it's open, it can move through here. And if you see here, I've implemented another valve to close the valve in case, since the extra pressure of the water may seep out of this valve. Here we have the used AquaGuard water, which works after many years. This motor is capable of running for even more years, since water purifiers don't work too much at households, whereas in water dispensing units, it has to work 24/7. Now I'm going to tell you how this works in depth, as you guys see the function of this closer. Now if you come here, you can see there are two switches here. Now once I flip the switch, Now I'm going to explain what you're actually seeing in the screen right now. This controls the motor and this controls the valves. Hence why I gave the red cap on it to not get confused. Now in the current position, if I were to turn on the motor, the water would get pressurized and burst a line. To prevent that, I'm going to turn this switch, flip it on, which sends the water directly into the storage tank. Now when I turn on the motor, the water starts to get dispensed into the storage tank as shown in the video. Now if I were to switch off the valve and open this valve right here, the water would be forced to come out of here instead of going. Now as I turn on this valve, the water will be forced to come out of here since it's been blocked here by the solenoid valve. I'm going to turn on the motor. The water dispenses out with a minimum amount of force.